You're tuned into the VSX Digital Sports Network. You're listening to the boss of the big ball, JB the Ticket. Vegas Scoreboard Express. Giving you that grease.
That's right. Good morning, Las Vegas. All my sports bettors around the world. It's College Football Saturday. JB the Ticket, Vegas Scoreboard Express, back at you live here. 107.1 FM, AM 1400. Live in Las Vegas, iHeartRadio, around the nation. Tune in, Spotify. And I've got him on the line with me this morning, my main man all the way out in the Jersey Shore Coast. John Ryan, Predictive Sports Betting Playbook, RotoWire.com. How you doing, John?
I'm doing great, JB. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, man. So glad to have you here this Saturday morning. College football has finally got some dogs that are barking. We're going to be talking about it today. Memphis, FSU, LSU, South Carolina, Notre Dame versus my alma mater, Purdue, and Bama versus Wisconsin. Got a great slate for you here today, John Ryan. Let's hear about where they can find your picks and give a few previews of what you're going to be bringing after this short commercial break when we get into the grease. Go ahead.
Well, first, I just joined fanbasis.com. It seems to be a really good site. You can get your picks emailed and text immediately after I load them up. It works pretty well. So you can check me out there. And most of all, the X, at John Ryan Sports and the number 1. That is by far, I spend 90% of my social media time on the X, so check me out.
There you go, John Ryan, Predictive Sports Betting Playbook, JB the Ticket, Vegas Scoreboard Express. It's time to get the money.
Boss of the big ball, JB the Ticket. Vegas Scoreboard Express. Giving you that grease. Skip your cable bill this month and join the action with JB and Fubo TV. Get 7 days free, 15% off your first month. No credit check, no deposit, no installation hassle. Go to FuboTV.com/JB. Sign up, download the app, and start watching games.
Enjoy being a subscriber after the first month. Easy cancellation anytime. Regional restrictions apply. Sign up at VegasScoreboardExpress.com.
Yo. You're in the mix. Or else finest. You're listening to the boss of the big ball, JB the Ticket. Vegas Scoreboard Express. Giving you that grease.
And just like that, I'm back at you, JB the Ticket, Vegas Scoreboard Express. Live here, KSHP 107.1 FM, AM 1400 in Las Vegas, iHeartRadio, tune in, Spotify, around the world, you name it. John Ryan, Predictive Sports Betting Playbook, is back on the line with me. And we're going to be dropping some grease for you. College football is here. Dogs are barking, man. Again, give a shout out to those UNLV Rebels, bringing home the win from the road last night out in Kansas, 23-20. Walk-off touchdown late fourth quarter. The UNLV Rebels are 3-0, but I still don't see a ranking next to their name. Come on, people. What is going on? UNLV deserves to be in the top 25. Just a quick shout out to the local team here. John Ryan, I want your thoughts on this. With UNLV being 3-0 now, playing and beating quality schools, 2 Big 12 teams beat one of those Conference USA teams when they beat Houston, doing it decidedly, doing it well. Again, shout out to Coach Barry Odom. This guy's got SEC football here in Southern Nevada, and these boys are playing. I'm thinking they're going to be in the top 25 after this weekend. Go ahead, John Ryan, your thoughts.
Oh, there's no doubt. It would be a real travesty if they weren't. I mean, I could see them as high as 19, given this win over Kansas, which has been another impressive win. Kansas is struggling out of the gate. You know, they're not the Kansas of old. That used to be the doormat of the Big 12. They're certainly a lot better than those days. But any win like over a quality opponent like that should be recognized. So, UNLV has some games coming up. Syracuse is going to be a very interesting game. That's at home. They're hosting the Orange, who upset Georgia Tech last week. They also have Oregon State on the schedule in Week 8. So if they can, hang on them, and Oregon State wins the Civil War today against Oregon, that would really move them up closer to the top 10, which would be just incredible. But they certainly have the talent to do it, JB.
There you go, talking about a long dog in UNLV. Shout out those running Rebels. Go Rebels right here. KSHB AM 1400 is where you can get running Rebels tickets. All you got to do is call the number 702-221-1200. Ask for JB or Mark Hayes. Shout out to my main man, Mark Hayes. We'll hook you up with some of those game tickets. So let's get into it again. First game on the rotation. I've been talking about it. Had this one circled for the past couple of days. Number 119. That's right. Rotation number 119. The Memphis Tigers going up against those hapless FSU Seminoles. Florida State rotation number 120. Half the fans love them. Half the fans don't. You've got a coach coaching for his job today. Not only is it money on the line, the money line is heavy here. You got Memphis coming in with a -6. So when you talk about the Memphis Tigers here, a decent football team, certainly no doormat, +6.5, +205 on the money line. Road dog could be barking. You've got a total of 54.5. Florida State, again, we haven't seen anything out of them. I warned all of you guys back in August 18th, Joe. Go back on iHeartRadio, check it out. I told you guys that Florida State had nothing to play for last year, going undefeated. Now it looks like they're trying to go unwind. You know how the kids always say unalived and crazy stuff like that. But like I'm saying, the reality here is Florida State is in trouble. A touchdown has to win it for them today. John Ryan, what say ye? Do you like the home favorite today, or do you want Memphis to come inside with that spread? Go ahead.
Well, you have a 2-0 team and you have an 0-2 team, and you would have thought it would have been the other way around, actually, before the season started. I think the market has really overreacted here with Florida State. Deservingly, they should be priced as a 6-point home favorite against Memphis because they haven't proved anything to anyone yet. They've had 12 days off, JB, and you can bet that those practices were very intense and focused. I think it would be a bad move if they fired their head coach, Novell. After all, he went 13-0 last year before losing the game against Georgia without his star quarterback. So there's some good things going on at FSU, and I think there's 12 days off after playing the first game in Ireland, which took a little bit out of them. I think they're going to win this by 10 or more points, JB. I like them quite a bit.
How'd you like them apples?
Well, there you go. How do you like them apples? My main man, John Ryan. Follow him on the X-Bird at John Ryan Sports 1. I like Memphis here to get inside of the spread, and let me tell you why. Florida State is a team that we got caught up in this last week with Clemson and what Clemson did to Appalachian State. I mean, that was bad. But Florida State is here at home. They got some shaky questions at quarterback. Their skill position players haven't been wowing. And like I said before, first home game of the season, a touchdown spread. Do you want to go ahead and spend the spread money, or do you want to go with Florida State money line? -245, somewhat pricey, but you got Memphis coming back on the other side, can double your money, +205 if they can get the win. Now, I don't know if Memphis can get the win, but I think a touchdown might be a bit much. But hey, let's look at the total. If Florida State decides to, pull a Clemson, score 30 points in the first quarter on a Memphis team that, might could get caught up, do you think a total is in play here? How would you like to play this one if you're looking at that Florida State side? Go ahead, John.
Well, the total is interesting, too. That's 54.5 right now. So that basically implies that Florida State's going to score 30 points. And I can tell you right now, when they've scored 28 in the history of the program, especially during the Bobby Bowden days, they not only win, they cover the spread. So if you think that Florida State has 80-85% chance of scoring 28 or more points against what was one of the worst defenses in NCAA football last year in the Memphis Tigers, then I think you have a bet there to take Florida State. And another option, JB, is the in-game. Say Florida State is scared to lose another game. And after all, these kids are 18, 19, 20 years old for the most part. So who wouldn't be scared of going 0-3 and embarrassing yourself at home in front of 80,000 people?
Right.
If Memphis scores first, a touchdown in that first quarter, I will definitely get all over Florida State at a much better price. You probably could pick them up at 3.5, maybe even 2.5. because I think people will be throwing in the towel in the live in-game betting markets. And, I'm just saying, well, Florida State stinks. This is free money betting on Memphis right now. They already have the lead, and I think that would be a critical mistake. So look for Memphis to score first and then jump on Florida State.
There you go. He's telling you Florida State. I think the sports book had to make this one a flip-flop. Florida State is the true dog here, people. They're an 0-2 and a bad 0-2 at that. Memphis, however, they haven't played anybody specifically, so they're going up against a Florida State team that I think has a hunger, and they should be a dog. If you can buy them back, again, in the end game, I like Florida State today, too. I think they win by one, lose by none. The price is a bit expensive at minus 245, but let's move along to another game that I had here on my list. Dog is barking in this one, talking about rotation number 126. 6-point dog at home. South Carolina Gamecocks plus 210 on the money line going up against LSU. Brian Kelly, this guy's playing for his job as well. -6, minus 250. LSU already came out to Vegas and lost to USC. Yeah, that Trojan win. Serious grease on that one. -6 for LSU. They keep getting these road favorites. Talking about a home dog. You know I like home dogs. This is an LSU South Carolina matchup, a conference matchup. This is also implications for top seeding in the college football playoff coming up. Everybody thought LSU would be able to kind of reload and regroup, but they've already got a loss on their record. South Carolina, however, an impressive win last week over Kentucky. I gave you that dog, one of my dogs of the day. It was a rough day last week, but that was a dog I gave you that put cash in your pocket. I think I can ride with the Gamecocks pause again this morning. John Ryan, what say ye? Go ahead.
I think it's going to be a very entertaining game, and I like the over in this matchup. I think the Gamecocks will definitely come out and be looking to upset the Tigers. In the SEC, JB, it's obvious that whenever a SEC team goes on the road, it's going to be a hostile environment. There is no easy games on the road anymore in the SEC. Like Alabama, would they rather go on the road and play LSU, or would they rather go on the road and play Wisconsin today? That's my example. I'm not putting the Big Ten down, but it's a different environment.
Right.
Anyway, the over is bet, supported by this algorithm here. We're going to bet with the home team over the total, where the total is between 42.5 and 49, with that home team coming off a win and the game taking place in the first 4 weeks of the regular season. That has gone 26-5. Over the total for 83% winners. So, again, use the live in-game betting. If this starts out slow and they're playing in the mud, then take advantage of it if you see the total 3 or 4 points lower than where it is now.
There you go. Let's talk about some stats here for South Carolina. Now, South Carolina is an evenly balanced team, only getting about 140 yards a game passing, 130 yards a game rushing. But that is the difference maker here, because the quarterback for LSU, give credit where credit is due, this guy Nussmeier, 8 touchdowns, only 1 interception. That's money. And when you talk about it from the perspective of the passing game, over 300 yards a game. So close to 400 yards total offense. South Carolina here, only 270 yards of offense. South Carolina's got to play some defense here. So to stay inside of the spread, do you think it would be wise to buy up South Carolina? Because I'm looking at this as one of those situations where South Carolina can come in here and get the first touchdown. It'll be close. They can hold it. But can they win it? 2-0. A South Carolina team that hasn't really been tested, and they do it in a way that they don't score a lot of points, and they beat you on defense. Do you think that LSU is going to be poised coming in today at number 16 ranked? Again, rotation number 125, LSU Tigers, South Carolina Gamecock, rotation number 126. John Ryan, you hang on the line with me, but quick question, who's your play in this game, or how do you want to play it on that total? Go ahead, and then we'll come back.
Well, the LSU Tigers are going to want to score first and take the crowd out of the game. The fans are going to be really in a frenzy for this matchup because they have a chance to beat a ranked SEC rival. So the key for LSU is to get out, control the ball on the ground with their running attack, eat the clock, and score first. If they do that, I think they go on to win.
There you go. He's telling you that the LSU Tigers are poised to get a meal down in South Carolina. Keeping it locked here. John Ryan, Predictor Sports Betting Playbook. Any shout-outs. A little bit of grease there for you because it looks like they're going to be cooking some chickens down in Columbia, South Carolina. And then we'll take this short commercial break. Go ahead.
Well, I'll tell you what, if anybody listening wants to get my 5-pack of college football premium picks that I give to my clients with all the research, I think just send me a direct message on the X at John Ryan Sports and the number 1, and I'll be glad to send it over to you.
There you go, John Ryan, giving you guys the grease. JB the Ticket, Vegas Scoreboard Express. Go to my website, jbtheticket.com. I got Fubo TV, 15% off, Paramount Plus. Every single way you can watch these games is where it's at. You keep it locked. Let's get the money.
You're listening to the boss of the big board, JB the Ticket.
The London Bridge Resort in Lake Havasu is the perfect place to vacation in style. Their beautifully designed suites include stunning views, a kitchenette, and free Wi-Fi. The well-reviewed and affordable resort has tons of amenities, including a breakfast buffet, kids camp, a 9-hole golf course, 3 pools, a marina, boat tours, a water slide, and a great nightlife scene. London Bridge Resort is centrally located in Lake Havasu City, Arizona. Go to londonbridgeresort.com to plan your getaway today. London Bridge Resort, your Arizona oasis destination.
Skip your cable bill this month and join the action with JB and Fubo TV. Get 7 days free, 15% off your first month. No credit check, no deposit, no installation hassle. Go to FuboTV.com/JB. Sign up, download the app, and start watching games.
Enjoy being a subscriber after the first month. Easy cancellation anytime. Regional restrictions apply. Sign up at VegasScoreboardExpress.com.
All money, all sports, no bull. That's right. JB the Ticket back at you live. 107.1 FM, AM 1400 here in Las Vegas. Waking you up this Saturday morning. It's college football. And I've got him back on the line, my main man, John Ryan, predictive sports betting playbook and contributor to RotoWire.com. And most importantly, a good and loyal friend here, the VSX Digital Sports Network, coming back on the line this morning with you, talking some more of these college football matchups. Let's jump back into the grease. This one is a big game. A lot of people have got this one circled on their list. Talking about it, rotation number 149, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish are heading down to my alumni current school right now, putting it together, putting that grease together, to Purdue Boilermakers. Rotation number 150. Purdue coming in today looking to put another coach on the hot seat in Notre Dame. Excuse me, folks. This is a game that a lot of folks feel that an opportunity can be made with a home dog that's barking to make money. You got Purdue, a team coming out of the Big Ten nobody is talking about, but they're playing some strong football. And John Ryan, again, having you on the line with me. Notre Dame, they ended up losing last week to the huge dog in Northern Illinois. And that was the week that I picked all the bad dogs, and I didn't see Northern Illinois as a chance. You know what I mean? To beat Notre Dame.
The Huskies, I think.
Yeah, there you go, the Huskies. Go ahead. That's right. Dog was barking for real. So you got Notre Dame 7.5 right now. Again, my friends over at BetUS.com. BetUS, again, offer code VSX125. That's where you're going to get locked and loaded and get placed where you want to be. Minus 290 is their money line. Very, very expensive. You got Purdue coming in that dog position, plus a 7.5, plus a 240 on the money line. John Ryan, you got a total of 47. This one looks to be like a defensive scrum, and I think the dog is alive here, and it's barking. Purdue at home, plus 7.5. Can they get you a touchdown squeeze today to put that cash in your pocket from a point perspective? Go ahead.
Well, JB, is one of the few times that we disagree with the game. I think this is the absolute rock bottom for Notre Dame. How in the world are they only a 7.5 point favorite? Did we forget that they went on the road and beat Texas A&M in week 1? It's a tremendous overreaction. This line actually was priced before the season started with Notre Dame as a 16-point favorite. So now they did have a very, very bad game against Northern Illinois, one of the worst in their program history. One of the worst against the spread losses. I think it was, 31 points they lost to the spread by. And these teams are very good. How in the world is Notre Dame a top 10 team, and now they're getting priced like they're an average team in the NCAA landscape? So I think Notre Dame is, I wouldn't be surprised, JB, if they win this by 20 or more points. That's how bullish I am on Notre Dame today.
Oh, no.
And one of the reasons why is they can run the ball.
No. Really? Let's take a look at some of those numbers. John Ryan, I know you're big on Notre Dame. Number 18, Notre Dame, rotation number 149, the Fighting Irish. Let's take a look at some of the math here. The statistics are telling me to take a look at what we've got going on with the Purdue Boilermakers, not just because I'm a homer. Okay. Not because I go there, but because the numbers. You got the average pass yards. Purdue, 335 a game. Notre Dame, 160 a game. Average rush yards for Purdue, 248 a game. Average rush yards for Notre Dame, only 160 and a half. Looks like these guys are playing option football. Total yards a game. This is their first two games, 321, 583 for Purdue. Purdue is 1-0. But I'm looking at what their quarterbacks have done. For Notre Dame, you've got Leonard. This guy's 38 of 62, 321 yards, no touchdowns, 2 picks. That's a pick monster. That's the type of guy who's going to cost you money. And if I just take a look at the other side, you got that kid Card over for Purdue, Hudson Card, very highly touted quarterback, getting his sea legs today versus a formidable, if you will, according to John Ryan and a lot of some of the other folks at the sportsbook, opponent in Notre Dame. This guy's 24 of 25, 273 yards, 4 touchdowns. And granted, he might have played against a powder puff, but still, so did Notre Dame. They've got an extra game under their belt. I'm just looking at it from a numbers perspective here. If you can buy Purdue up, if the sports book is going to let you do that, I think it would be valuable to take a look at, say, maybe taking them up to plus 9.5, plus 10 to make yourself safe. Or you got that juicy money line there as a home dog today. If Notre Dame loses by 1, Purdue wins by 1, they get the money. John Ryan, what do you think after seeing those numbers? Go ahead.
Well, I still maintain that the pedigree here is Notre Dame, and they are coming off one of the history of the program's worst losses. Nothing against Northern Illinois. They went out and I commend them for that huge win. You can't put them down because they're the ones that upset Notre Dame. But these teams where you have a line movement of 9 or more points from the opening line of a preseason line of a game, and it moves that much, you want to be contrarian. And a lot of people are betting Purdue as the live dog. And I respect your opinion immensely, JB. And one of us is going to win. But this is
I love it, man. This is why folks tune into this show. We're honest. We don't tout. We break it down. Again, for me, it's a numbers play. I'm picking Purdue strictly off the numbers. I want to buy them up today. I want to see if Purdue can be a legit team in the Big Ten as well. They're another one of these teams a la in the vein of UNLV that's a public school, had a pedigree, sent some players to the NFL, a la Drew Brees from back in the day, Hall of Fame quarterback. But they just haven't quite gotten the grease together. And they also got a quarterback here in Las Vegas, and Aiden O'Connell, former Big Ten Player of the Year. So Purdue has some talent. I'm just saying, if you want to look at some in-game betting here, John Ryan, I'll take a page out of your book. If Purdue can get inside of that spread, say it goes 14-7, Notre Dame is only down a touchdown, stick with Purdue in the in-game betting. If Notre Dame today comes out on the road, fired up, ready to ball out, it could be a long day for the Boilermakers. But John Ryan, I know you got to get out of here. One more game before we take another short commercial break and get back to the grease. I'm going to be getting out of here early today too, guys, as well. Got a few things I got to get locked over at the book. But when you look at this game here, final score, total 47. It hasn't moved as much. You talk about line movements. That total hasn't moved. Do you think this is going to be a lower offensive scoring game, or can we get over that 47? Should taking an over today be another one of those quick cash plays? Go ahead, John Ryan.
I like the under in this situation, and it's Alabama's defense. Once again, their addition of the defensive side of the ball is one of the best in the country. It's not Georgia, but it is one of the best. They're allowing 280 yards per game initially here, and that number is going to go down after this one. I really wouldn't be surprised if Wisconsin doesn't even score more than 14 points in this contest, JB. And I like Alabama here almost as I think I like Alabama more than Notre Dame in this card. I really think Alabama on the road in the Big Ten, they're not going to be afraid of them. And they're just going to take it to them. They're going to run the ball and little play action passes here and there, but they're going to dominate time of possession and just wear Wisconsin down.
There you go. Rotation number 115.
Another game, it could be a blowout.
115, Alabama on the road. Talking about that dog in the Wisconsin Badgers. Rotation number 116. Wisconsin today plus 16. Now, you know the big dogs costed us a lot of money last week, and it was a situation where I felt like I wasn't being able to give the best grease. But this is a situation where I agree with you. I think Alabama's just the better team. 2-0, ready to roll. Plus 16 is a lot. If you can buy it back a little bit, give yourself some extra cushion, maybe. Or buy it up. John Ryan thinks it's going to be a blowout. But Wisconsin, they play strong defense. And Nick Saban isn't the coach. But do you think that quarterback for Alabama can get the job done as well? He hasn't seen that type of pressure out of the Big Ten. It's the first big test. Or does Wisconsin just melt down at Camp Randall Stadium in Madison this afternoon? Go ahead. And then we'll let you get out of here. Again, John Ryan, thank you for your contributions. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, no problem. I think if you look at the history of Alabama recently, they get in dogfights in the first half. They make the adjustment at halftime, and then they come out like they're the best team in college football. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is a 13-10 type of halftime score, and then that would be a great opportunity to take Alabama at the halftime line. I also like the under in the first half in this game. So both under first half, under full game, and then look for Alabama. You don't like them at minus 16 and try to get them as close to 10 as possible. I don't think it's going to be under 10 at any point, but you never know.
There you go. John Ryan, always honest, always dropping grease. Thank you so much this morning. Again, final shout-outs, and then I'll let you get on to your day, my friend. Take a short commercial break. Come back with some of my final plays of the day, couple of shout-outs, and then I'm going to get out of here. College football Saturday, week 3. Go ahead, John Ryan, and again, thank you so much.
You bet. My pleasure, and it's hard to believe I've been doing this for 30 years, but if you want to see what 30 years of research and experience can do for you, just send me a message on the X at John Ryan Sports and the number 1, and I'll send you today's plays for a test drive, and you can see for yourself.
And guess who actually did that? Your main man, JB the Ticket. That's why I got John Ryan on the show with us here at VSX. Again, John Ryan, he's not lying. He's going to hook you up if you go to the expert. John Ryan Sports 1 is the handle, right, John? You'll be able to give him those information through the direct message. And, of course, you can find him over at winnable.com. Again, thank you so much, John Ryan, for coming on the show this morning. When I get back from this short commercial break, guys, I'm going to give you my final plays of the day. You've already heard the grease. And then I'm going to get to the book to enjoy a couple of appointments that I got set up. But most importantly, I'm here for you guys, the sports bettors in Las Vegas and around the world. Me and John Ryan gave you the grease. I'm going to come back and give you the plays. Keep it locked. Let's get the money.
You're listening to the boss of the big ball, JP the Ticket. Vegas scoreboard. Give it that grease.
Steiner's, the Nevada style pub, invites you to play the best tavern, keno, and video poker in Vegas. Promos are how we roll, so make the most of your gaming dollars here with us. Come play our proud partner gaming promotion, Fly Aviators Fly, and receive daily free play, bonuses, and more. With a chance to win awesome brand of prizes and big money for all the jackpots each week. It's not only great gaming that Steiner's Pub has, it's the 24 awesome rotating draft beers, and Vegas' best appetizers to match. So join us in supporting your Las Vegas Aviators, Golden Knights, Lights, Aces, and the Raiders as we make history in Vegas. Steiner's, the Nevada style pub at 8410 West Cheyenne, 1750 North Buffalo, and Las Vegas Boulevard at Windmill. Steiner's, I love this place.
Skip your cable bill this month and join the action with JB and Fubo TV. Get 7 days free, 15% off your first month. No credit check, no deposit, no installation hassle. Go to FuboTV.com/JB. Sign up, download the app, and start watching games.
Enjoy being a subscriber after the first month. Easy cancellation anytime. Regional restrictions apply. Sign up at VegasScoreboardExpress.com.
Yo. You're in the mood. World's finest, man.
You are rocking with the hottest. Put your hands up for the boss. The Mix Master is live. Get ready.
You're listening to the boss of the big board. JP the Tech. Vegas Sporting Express. Giving you that crazy.
That's right, Las Vegas. I'm back at you live. JB the Ticket, Vegas Scoreboard Express. Shout out and thanks so much to my main man, John Ryan, Predictor Sports Betting Playbook, getting up early with me this morning. Shout out Ronnie B. Tomorrow we're going to be back NFL. Ronnie B. Las Vegas. Hopefully be bringing back Ron, Third Down Best Bets from his 1,000-year sabbatical. Also want to give a shout out to Daryl Harris here in Las Vegas, KLAS CBS 8, bringing that grease. More WNBA playoff previews. And also my main man out in Southern California, Rudy Reyes, Central Coast of California. He gets around out there. Going to be back hopefully next week bringing us some more information about USC, Stanford, San Diego State, and the like. I was here earlier this morning with John Ryan, gave you picks on the Memphis FSU game. We gave you LSU, South Carolina. I like the dog barking in that game. Purdue, again, the dog barking against Notre Dame, Bama, and Wisconsin. So again, as I told you before, I'm going to be getting out of here a little bit earlier today because there's a lot of grease that has to be gotten at the sportsbook, and I got to make some money today. So I'm going to tell you a couple of other extra dogs that I've got circled. 9:45 a.m. You got number 24 in the nation, rotation number 129, the Boston College Eagles. This is a dog that is barking 2-touchdown dog at Missouri. The Missouri Tigers, number 6 in the country here, but I think this is a dog that's barking simply because Boston College has been playing some really, really strong football, and I don't see them being a 2-touchdown dog on the road. All right, these guys actually get out and get it. Let's take a look at some of the stats here. You got Boston College, 466 yards a game. That splits between 284 yards on the ground rushing, 182 yards roughly in the air. Missouri, strong offense this year, 281 yards in the air, 222 yards on the ground for a total of 503. That seems like an even matchup to me. I'm taking Boston College in that dog position, plus 16, to try to put some cash in my pocket and then rounding it out. Shout out to my main man, Legal Lee, for this one here in Las Vegas. Told me to drop a little grease on it, so I will. Rotation number 139, the Oregon Ducks. Lee does not believe in the Oregon Ducks this year. He thinks Oregon State can try to pull out some dog magic. Another big game today, rotation number 139. This one is for you, Lee. I'm actually looking at this one from a totals perspective. Total is a 49 in this game. They've got to do something. That Dylan Gabriel kid, he went all the way up to Oregon trying to make it happen. Oregon State trying to get back into a conference. A lot of stuff going on. Some conference dogs changing all the way. Mountain West going over to the old Pac-12. We got a lot of stuff going on today in college football, people. And that's why you got to stick with me, JB the Ticket, Vegas Scoreboard Express. Want to thank you guys so much for listening this morning. Again, a short show, but there's a lot of grease. I want you to get over to the book early. The show will be ready in about 20 so minutes after I get off the air. You want to download it, listen to it. The in-game betting is live to put cash in your pocket today. We're talking about that total. I like it to go slightly over Oregon and Oregon State. If Oregon can get busy, 17.5 implies a big number, but if Oregon State can fight and get in that dog position at plus 17.5 at rotation number 140, we could be in for a greasy afternoon in college football. So again, guys, thank you so much for listening. Tune in tomorrow, full slate, the NFL. We're going to be having some more monster picks. You guys know I put those dogs in your pocket last week. Only person in the country that told you to take the New England Patriots on the road versus the Bengals. I know I was. And that's why they were able to put cash in your pocket. And also, I told you guys, I warned you about those Dolphins. We're going to be talking about it. I told you years ago, when you get that many concussions, the Tua Tagovailoa situation, very sad. Let's hope he makes the right decision, and you guys make the right decision today. Stick with me, stick with the book, and let's get the money.
You're listening to the boss of the big board, JB the Ticket.
Step into a world of refined taste with Flaviar Whiskey. As a member of this exclusive whiskey club, you'll immerse yourself in a journey where every sip unveils layers of luxurious flavor and unmatched elegance. Discover the art of whiskey, crafted for those who appreciate the finer things. Join Flaviar and elevate your evening with the smooth, sophisticated spirit that defines exceptional taste. Membership opens the door to a world of rare and exquisite whiskey, curated just for you. Pour yourself a glass and let the blues carry you away. Flaviar Whiskey. Experience the exceptional. Join now.
Join Flaviar Whiskey Club exclusively at jbtheticket.com.
Bye.